Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Tempcast, the official GBAtemp podcast. Today, I'm joined by our resident lawyer, legal scholar, whatever, Ericzander.
Hey, that's me. Hello, everyone.
And also, Tempcast regular Steven.
What? Who? Oh, what'd you say? Sorry, I was checking my stocks. You guys just go ahead for a second. I'm checking this and keeping an eye on this.
No idea what Steven's talking about. Stocks? I haven't heard that word once this week. What are stocks? We'll get to that
We
later.
don't have to talk about it right now. We'll talk about it later.
Yeah.
It's the only thing on my mind right now. Let's just say that. So, here, let's bum rush everything else. Get to the stock talk. It's like, what's this thing? Xbox Live stuff. What's going on there?
All right, so usually I start off these episodes with the biggest topic of the week, but today we are rescheduling that. We're doing something completely different because of, what's going on. So we're going to be talking about the first thing that happened this week, which was the Xbox Live controversy. So basically, Microsoft, in the beginning of this week, decided it was okay to up the price of Xbox Live, not by 20%, not by 50%, by 100%, doubling the price from $59 a year to a $120 annual subscription. They decided to just double it up to $120 in the middle. Well, not in the middle. Are we in the middle of a pandemic right now?
I think we're hopefully we're nearing the bottom half at least. I think vaccines are coming out, so hopefully things will get better soon.
Let's say we're at the end of the middle.
Yeah, we've already climaxed. What? Why are you laughing?
Yeah.
We've definitely hit the point of no return. You're right.
Yeah, we've definitely climaxed.
So Microsoft also noticed the fact that the vaccine's coming, so that means, people got more money. And also, Joe Biden promised us, well, not us, because, I don't live in the U.S.
He'd give every Ukrainian $1,400.
He promised me.
That would have been much better for the world economy. Like, trust me. $1,400 in Ukraine, that's serious money. You can establish a business. Like, you can change the world in Ukraine for $1,400. Like, trust me.
That's true.
That would have been a better investment.
Joe Biden's going to start sponsoring Ukrainians. I know where I'm donating my $14,000. I'm throwing it right into the stock market. Okay, well, we'll get to that. Okay.
Yep.
Also, Eric's part of the 1% that's getting a $14,000 stimulus check, apparently.
14. I don't know how numbers work, man.
100, they're all the same.
Do any of you guys even have Xbox Live?
I don't think any of us even have an Xbox. So
Yeah, I mean, I have an Xbox 360, but no, I do have PlayStation Plus, and I think Steven does too.
Yep.
We are paying for console subscription online services. Are you paying for the Nintendo one?
No, I'm not.
Yeah, neither am I. But essentially, I know what's going on because I pay for it, PlayStation Plus. So, and yeah, the games for PlayStation Plus, well, I guess we don't have to talk about them, but they're not going to be that bad for February.
So the weird thing with Xbox Gold is like they do the games with gold thing, but I don't really know what they are, like how that's different from Game Pass, because you don't keep those games when you get rid of your Xbox Live Gold subscription anymore.
Wow.
So like I guess it's just random games that aren't on Game Pass, or maybe they are on Game Pass. I don't know.
Yeah, so a lot of people said that this was a move they did in order to get more people subscribed to Game Pass, because that turns out like at $15 a month to like $150. Like, oh, why should I pay for Xbox Live if I can get Game Pass? And
Yeah.
from what I understand, Game Pass already includes like the online capabilities of Xbox Live. Is that correct?
Game Pass Ultimate does, but you can get a version of Game Pass that doesn't include that.
Yeah, this is the future now. This is just paying like a monthly subscription for everything, and nothing makes sense.
And having to manage a whole bunch of different ones and bundled subscriptions and
Yeah, it's cable all over again.
yeah.
But then after controversy sprawled up, basically Twitter was in uproar, and Microsoft was like, "Oh no, we're so sorry about that. That was, guys. Okay, we're sorry. It's back to its original price now. Don't worry. And also, free to play games are now free to play."
That's such a nice way to put it.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize beforehand you had to pay for online services to play free to play games on Xbox, because for PlayStation anyway, clearly you have to pay to play online, like something like Grand Theft Auto. But a free to play game like Warframe, you can just play that online without having to pay for PlayStation Plus.
Pretty screwed up if you ask me. But you know how much I pay for online? I pay my internet service provider like $5.
Yeah, I was gonna say you pay something. $5 a month, man. I'm not gonna move to Ukraine. I'm gonna get my Biden bucks first.
Then move down to Ukraine and change the world.
I'll open up a business apparently.
Basically, Microsoft, they bitched out. What can I say? They should have kept it at 120 and said, "Suck it. What are you gonna do? Switch to PlayStation?" Oh, they might actually do that.
Shit, roll it back.
Why did they think this would work? Why?
Well, you can't really switch to PlayStation if PlayStation 5s don't actually exist yet. So
That's true.
I mean, what are they going to do? They're gonna go buy PlayStation 4s. Going to go to Rent-A-Center and like pay them like $900 to get a PlayStation 4.
Yeah, Microsoft thinks for some reason that they're in the dominant position in the console wars.
Hasn't been that way in a while.
They're so up their own asses, they think that they can just up the price of a service twofold. Like, no, you can't do that. If you legitimately have a reason to do this, if you see that the server costs are going up for some reason and you just can't keep it at that same price, just gradually do it, like 10% this year, 20% next year. Don't just do this like twofold. Like Microsoft, what are the profits of Microsoft in 2020? What were they in the fiscal year of 2020? Eric, please.
Jeez, hold up, Microsoft. You're gonna make me go onto the stock market and make me look at GameStop, aren't you?
What's GameStop?
Hey, Microsoft did sign a deal with GameStop near the end of last year, where if someone buys a console at GameStop and then makes a digital purchase through that console, Microsoft will pay GameStop back a percentage of every digital sale made on that console in perpetuity.
Oof. That's the only reason that I can think of why the GameStop stock was going on. Okay, we'll talk about it later.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I don't know what's up with Microsoft, because if Microsoft actually did this, then Sony and Nintendo probably would do the same, if you think about it.
You were saying that Microsoft is like so up their ass and everything, but I think this is the first like real dickhead move we've seen from them in a while. I think like since around the beginning of the Xbox One's life cycle, because I remember before the consoles came out, we were talking about how much of a turn they've done, where the pricing on the Series S was so low, and the specs were good for the price, and like Game Pass is a crazy deal, and I don't know, they've just been very consumer friendly lately for the most part, and like obviously this was a really fucking stupid thing they did. That you're right, they probably think because of all the good press they've been getting that they can get away with stuff like this again, but I guess they're listening enough to know that they can't. So, although there was also that stupidly expensive SSD they were trying to sell for the Series X and S, where it was like $200 or $300 or something for a 2 terabyte SSD.
So Eric, did you find the data on Microsoft profit?
Oh, I was supposed to actually do that?
Yeah, that's your job.
From last year?
Yep.
14 billion.
Okay, so you think a company that made 14 billion, is that revenue or profit, Eric?
That's how much Eric's stimulus check is going to be, actually.
That's profit. 14 billion profit.
Yeah, you got to give $2 billion for the hedge funds, $600 for every American, and $14 billion just for Ericzander. He deserves it. What can I say?
I do.
He is. Hardworking guy.
Yeah, a company that made $14 billion, you'd think they could afford like Xbox Live operating at the same price. I honestly don't think that the server costs are that high. I really doubt it. I don't even know what Xbox Live even does. Like, do they just host servers for games, or do the developers host the servers themselves?
I don't believe it hosts servers, no.
If it doesn't even host servers, what does it do?
I mean, well, hold on. I guess it must to an extent for chat parties. Like, so
Yeah.
you could talk over an Xbox Live party while you're, and it probably has some video sharing thing like the share play on PS4 and all that.
Well, we're talking right now through a video and voice sharing software by Google, and guess what? It's free.
Even though we're in the same Texas-based studio right now.
We're social distancing. We're in different rooms.
We're in the same room, but we're all on a Google Hangout.
Yep.
We separated 6 feet apart.
So, yeah, Microsoft, you better watch out. I know Bill Gates is listening to this podcast right now, so, hey, listen to me right now. I'm not an Xbox gamer, but if you do this shit again, you see what we're doing with the hedge funds?
Yeah.
Yeah. What if we do the same thing with Microsoft stock, huh, bitch?
If he does the same thing again, you're going to switch from Windows and become a Mac gamer.
Yeah.
That's right. Watch out.
Or you could be a real gamer like Steven and just play on your phone.
Yeah, exactly. My Windows phone.
Oh, God damn it.
The first smartphone I ever had was a Windows phone because I was so into Xbox Live achievements. I wanted to keep that going. I wanted to get some 100% on my XBLA account.
Imagine being addicted to Xbox achievements.
I know. That's
pretty lame, man. Yeah,
I'm so glad I've moved on to trophies.
Yeah, it is all about
so
trophies.
much more sophisticated.
It's like, listen, if I get all of the trophies in a game, I get a platinum trophy. What do I get from Xbox? Nothing. Bullshit. give me that plat.
Oh, man. Anyway, I don't know. I don't think it had anything to do with server costs. I would say they probably doubled the price of XBLA because Joe Biden is going to give everyone a $15 minimum wage. This was what they said was going to happen. That was a joke. Let's not get into that. Sorry.
So, yeah, with Microsoft pulling these kind of moves, kind of helps to have like some kind of vicarious vision. So you could see them doing this, next time beforehand and being prepared. Speaking of Vicarious Visions, the developers of the recently released critically acclaimed Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 remakes have now been merged basically into Blizzard. And supposedly, they're working on a Diablo 2 remake for them. Steven, I know you're a big fan of Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2. What do you think about Activision thanking these developers by creating actually good Activision game by just dismantling their team and integrating all the staff into Blizzard? What do you think about that?
Well, that was the main reason I wanted to talk about this, because I've spoken a few times on the podcast now about how much I liked Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 as a way to rebuild trust in the Tony Hawk franchise and to show that that studio could handle the basics of it and, just that they knew what they were doing with Tony Hawk. And so it was really disheartening to read that Activision has just taken them away from it and has merged them into Blizzard and put them reportedly on this Diablo 2 remake. That's still not officially announced. That was a report from Jason Schreier of Bloomberg. But it just seemed like such a boneheaded move to when they had so much momentum to give Tony Hawk away to someone else again, when it's struggled for so long to find someone that can do that franchise justice.
Mm-hmm. And not just Tony Hawk. They did the same thing with Crash Bandicoot, didn't they? They did the Insane Trilogy and Crash Bandicoot 4. It's about time. And, it really brought life back into that series. So, they know how to do remakes. And it's just sort of like, right? not you're Blizzard now. great.
Yeah, why not? Yeah, and like to have them doing, I mean, I guess they're good at remakes, like you said. They did the Crash Bandicoot one. They didn't do, they didn't do It's About Time, but yeah, they did the Crash Bandicoot one. I guess maybe it makes a little.
Did they not do It's About Time?
It says Toys for Bob. Oh, hey, Bob did It's About Time.
Oh, okay, you're right. Okay. Well. At least they wouldn't have done Crash Bandicoot 4 if they didn't if Vicarious Visions didn't remake the Insane trilogy.
No, exactly. Well, yeah, I suppose it makes a little bit more sense in that context. I didn't realize they had a history of doing remakes because I mean, putting them on the Blizzard 2, the Diablo 2 remake, I guess does make a little bit more sense in that light. If that's true, we still don't know if it is. Yeah, you know what? I will say, looking at Vicarious Visions, I don't know what is it called. It's not like for a studio you would call it like a filmography, like a production company.
I don't know,
what is it called for,
catalog or
like,
something?
Catalog, I guess. A gameography.
Looking at their catalog, yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, sure, that works. They do have a lot of history as a support team. They worked on Destiny 2 as a support team for Bungie. They did a ton of like little Skylander stuff and like some Guitar Hero spin-offs. So I mean, I don't know. I guess it makes sense to an extent, but it is still just really disappointing to see them taken away from Tony Hawk at this point.
Do people want a Diablo 2 remake after Warcraft 3 Reforged?
Well, so that's the thing. According to that Bloomberg report, the team that was working on the Diablo 2 remake was the same team as the Warcraft 3 Reforged. So now they've been moved on to something else, and now this Vicarious Visions team is going to be put on Diablo 2. So it is possible they're trying to avoid that situation, but who knows? I mean, I think what Damage Reforged, and it's not a situation I followed closely, but mainly, wasn't it mostly Activision Blizzard as a publisher kind of putting in like, didn't have something to do with microtransactions or stuff like that? That was the problem? Or am I wrong? It was
also like super buggy.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah, that's what I read anyway. I didn't play it, but
it was buggy, and also it had this instance where I think there was one cutscene that was shown in a trailer that was like this event in game, and it was shown in this cutscene in a trailer. It was like properly animated. It looked like, those Blizzard one-shots they do every year. That's either like a new character for Overwatch or whatever. High quality animation stuff. And people thought the entire game would be like that. But in the final game, that cutscene doesn't even exist. It's just like characters walking up and then the text box below, just like a standard Warcraft cutscene. But people, rightfully so, expected, like, if we're remaking this, then, and it's Blizzard, well, Activision Blizzard, whatever, multi-billion-dollar company, you'd think they'd put some love and care into this and make it like a full-fledged remake. But no, it's just, it's the same game.
Or at least make it look like the trailer they put out, right? Like,
yeah. I mean, that would have been what people liked, to see the plot points played out like in this kind of style. But instead, no, it's just almost the same, just with better models and better textures. And it's full price. If you had the old version of the game on your PC, well, now it's gone because now it's replaced with this, and you can't buy the original anymore. Sorry. I hope they don't do that with Diablo 2.
Yeah, I forgot they did that. Yeah, hopefully. Although, I guess you can buy it on battle.net, probably not anywhere else.
Yep.
Diablo 2.
You know where you can get it for free? Well, I won't say it.
Just ask anybody on GBAtemp.
No.
I'm just kidding. Don't. Absolutely don't. You'll get banned. Alan John will ban you, specifically. I'll report you.
I probably won't see it. I don't use the site much.
You'll go straight to jail.
All right, we can move on.
Yeah, Steven doesn't really use the website that much. He's sort of drifting away from the rest of us. It was a joy having you, but speaking of joying and drifting and all of that, did you guys know the Joy-Cons drift?
What?
Yeah. The Nintendo Switch, they have those Joy-Con things, and they've been drifting for people. I don't know if you guys have heard of this. I don't think that this has been a big story for a very long time. But apparently it's something that's happening. So yeah,
Wait, I know
what do you
that
know about it?
it was a thing, but I didn't know that it was still a thing. I thought Nintendo fixed this. They didn't?
Oh, no, it turns out actually Nintendo's quality control isn't quite the same that it used to be. This isn't the Nintendo DS anymore, man. Drift is broken. So yeah, I don't
Basically, what happened is the EU, the European Consumer Organization, also known as BEUC, B-E-U-C, BEUC, is calling on the European Commission to investigate Nintendo Joy-Con drift complaints. So basically, they want to take this to the highest court possible in the EU. That's like the Supreme Court in the US, what they're trying to do with a class action lawsuit. And they're probably doing the same in the EU, and rightfully so, because, this thing sucks. It should be illegal. Nintendo needs to be put in jail. Miyamoto.
Doug Bowser needs to be in there right next to Gary Bowser.
Yeah.
Damn it, you got there before me. Okay.
That was a race to the finish.
Yeah.
Gotta go fast.
All right, you did it. I'm not a big Sonic fan, so I don't get it. That's a reference to podcast episode 23.
This Joy-Con drift thing, it probably sucks. From what I've seen, it's easy to replace, but the fact that you have to replace that Joy-Con is, it's absurd. Especially for somebody like me who can't get the Switch from official distributors in my country because Nintendo doesn't even think my country exists for some reason. Like, legit, you can log into a 3DS, a European region 3DS, and my country just isn't there in the list of countries, even though it's one of the biggest ones in Europe.
Do you think that's for a political reason? Do you think Nintendo's on board with the whole Russian bullshit situation?
Yeah. I think Doug Bowser is in cahoots with Putin. Pretty sure that's what's going on. I can't find any other explanation. But yeah, for somebody like me who can't easily get a Switch, would probably have to pay a premium for it, and then I get it, and there's no warranty for it. And my Joy-Con starts drifting just because I used it too much. Like, excuse me? How is that acceptable? It isn't. And if the only way we can get Nintendo's attention to this is by going to the Supreme Court, to the European Commission, then so be it. Like, there's no other choice. What are we going to do? Boycott their products? No.
Don't be ridiculous.
Can't do that. Oh, Steven's back. Hey.
Oh, hi, Steven.
Everyone.
Steven, you killed the flow.
Oh no, how's he going to finish his San Andreas port? When I left, Alan John was talking about the Supreme Court and the European Union, and then I put my headphones back on and he was still talking about it. I feel like I lost time. I went into like a time warp and didn't even leave. It was wild.
I don't know what to do now.
It's a little quiet. I think we're all looking at our stocks right now. Sorry. Just bear with us for a minute, everyone.
Oh.
Is it time? Is it time for the stock talk?
That I'm still talking about this fucking topic on our podcast. Have any of you got like Joy-Con drifts on your Switches? I remember asking you this last time, Steven, and I think you said no, but it's been some time, so...
No, I said yes. I said yes, but I use my Switch so little in handheld mode that I still haven't gotten it fixed.
Okay.
I sent an email to Nintendo to send it back to them, and they sent me like a prepaid label I could print off, but I waited so long to print it off because it was around Christmas that it expired. So I got to email them again, and I just haven't taken the time. But yeah, it does happen, certainly. I don't think Eric has a Switch, does he?
I actually do have one now. I've never touched it. I mean, like, it's not mine. It's my little brother's, but so I don't know if it's,
okay,
I don't know anything about the Joy-Con. He was like, hey, play Breath of the Wild for a little bit. And I was like, hold on. Tom said that Breath of the Wild's only a 7 out of 10, so I'm not going to touch that shit. It's like, next you're going to tell me to play Yokai Watch. No, thank you. We don't do that on GBAtemp.
Yeah, I'd rather play Cyberpunk, which for some reason got a 7 out of 10.
It did. I'd rather play Cyberpunk on my Nintendo Switch.
I mean, you can't even have sex with Keanu Reeves in that game without modding, which is actually something that happened this week. Somebody made a mod where you can have sex with Johnny Silverhand, and ZD Projekt Red was basically saying, can you please stop this? Can you please not do that? Because
did they not expect that to happen? I for one, I'm shocked that it took until January before somebody made that mod.
yeah.
Well, I think they also isn't it taken down now? Didn't CD Projekt Red have it taken down?
Yeah, they took down the mod.
It's ridiculous.
I think they said a cease and desist, which is ironic because a couple of days ago they released some modding tools. Well, not modding tools. They basically gave the information needed in order to create modding tools for the community, so the community can create these modding tools.
And then they modded something. They're like, "No, we don't like it. That's gay." We don't want to think about Keanu like that. Which, like, they're the only ones that aren't.
It's too gay. I wonder if Keanu Reeves himself was like, "Oh, dude, like, you can't really do that. You can't fuck me."
I want to see Keanu Reeves star in a remake of Deliverance now. Yeah, I don't know. I wonder if that got back to him. Do you think that would turn him off from doing other video game projects if he knew that kind of stuff happened when you give your likeness to a video game?
The same thing happened with Ellen Page. There was this...
Elliot.
Elliot.
Oh, I'm gonna get canceled. Fuck. Yeah.
Yeah.
The same
The
thing
fuck's your
happened with
problem?
the actor Elliot Page.
Hold on. No, whoa. Hold on. You screwed up, man. Elliot Page is stunning and brave, and you went and dead named him, and you are canceled. Just saying. All right, continue.
Why are you talking like Ben Shapiro?
This fucking guy.
And you will be canceled.
Hypothetically. Ben Shapiro and AOC, they actually agreed today on this whole GameStop stock situation. But no, I'll actually go back to speaking about Elliot Page, please.
Okay.
Fucking asshole. Go.
I was supposed to talk. Okay. So yeah, Elliot Page. The same thing happened with Elliot Page back when he acted in a game called...
Beyond Two Souls.
Yeah.
That was a David Cage game, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So within a couple of
I've
days...
heard he regrets doing that because the original title of it was Beyond Two Genders.
Sorry. Damn it.
Steven.
It's every week with this guy. I know. I need to be fired. Trying to get fired every week. No one will fire me.
Costello told me I can say anything I want on this podcast. No topics are forbidden. So, Steven, you should thank Costello himself that you still have this job.
Okay, thank you.
Did he really say that? We're allowed to say whatever we want?
Yep.
Time to become real gamers, boys.
Well, not anything. We can't criticize China and the Communist Party of China. And we can't talk about Tiananmen Square and what happened there in 1986.
We can't mention Winnie the Pooh. We can't. What was that one video game we talked about for a while? That guy.
Cyberpunk?
No, Cyberpunk. Yeah.
Devotion.
No,
right?
Devotion. Yeah. We can't talk about that either.
Yeah. And if there are any episodes out there that mention Devotion, there's just a technical error.
Yeah, that episode isn't canon to the GBAtemp lore.
So yeah, back to Elliot Page. There was a nude scene with him in a shower in the game, but you couldn't like see any of his
boobs.
No, can he have boobs? But
Yeah,
he
does.
had.
Well, he did at the time.
Well, even before Elliot Page was Elliot Page, like, there wasn't much going on there in the boob area.
First of all, hold on, no, you screwed up again because Elliot Page was always Elliot Page. It just took a while for him to figure that out and come out to everybody, but he was always Elliot Page.
I agree.
Alan John, come on,
Yeah.
get with the program, man.
You're really abusing that power Costello gave you to say whatever you want.
Yeah.
some
I
offensive.
didn't realize that.
Yeah, what happened was his nude model was leaked, and you didn't even have to. It was already finely detailed for some reason, even though they never planned to show like the full body nude, but it had everything. It had the bob and it had the vagina. It had everything. Like,
Oh, no.
why did they even model that? It doesn't make sense.
Well, I thought it was like they had to take a full body model in order to, I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to pretend I understand how it works, but like they get a full body model to create a version of him in the game. And then wasn't it like some of the animators basically took that model that would have the correct proportions and all that and then just edited the specifics on it to make it look like a naked model?
So no, I remember this very vividly because I was, I think, 16 at the time.
Because I was working at Quantic Dream at the time. And I got Elliot Page really mad at me.
I was on the thread where this was being hacked in real time. So the first thing that they did, they moved the camera from the shower scene just a little bit back and you could see everything.
Really?
And after that, that's when, you extracted the model, you put it in Source Filmmaker. Yeah, that's where it happened. And Elliot Page, rightfully so, was like, what the is this? I did not sign up for this. And I think the same thing happened with Keanu Reeves, but he's just a lot more of a humble guy because he's wholesome 100 Keanu Chungus.
Well, could you see full Chungus in the Keanu situation? I don't think you could. Right?
Could you see full Chungus?
I'm pretty sure in the game he says he has an impressive Chungus. I don't know. We should find out.
Oh, well, talking about it is one thing, but I don't think you can see it in that mod. Because even like the non ones that are like in the game proper, they don't need to mod to. There's no Chung guy around.
Chung guy.
Listen, if Keanu's character says that he has a big chungus, then there's no way that he would lie about it. You wouldn't he wouldn't embellish that.
No, of course not. Who would? What's there to gain?
So I went to Poland and they told me I need to undress completely for this body scan. Dude, they saw my chungus. I said, could you make my chungus a little bit bigger in the game? They were like, dude, we can't make it any bigger than this.
That was what delayed Cyberpunk so long. They spent 5 years trying to figure out if they could handle a bigger chungus in the engine. The size of it is what keeps crashing the game on consoles. They just can't render his chungus. It's too much. The resource management is unreal.
Shut up, Steven.
Oh, I'm sorry, buddy. Be quiet.
Oh, my mouse just died. Okay.
Oh, shit. Your pet mouse. I'm sorry for your loss.
I don't have a pet mouse, you fucking idiot. Steven. It's talking about my computer mouse.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Idiot. So,
You're right.
how do we segue from Keanu Chungus into GameStop?
You know what else is really big this week is the GameStop stock.
That's perfect.
You know what else has been alarmingly huge and ever present? Eric, can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Yeah, GameStop stock is huge. Well, actually, it's dropped right now. Okay, so
I just got out of the shower. Sorry, that was amazing.
Plus America. All right, so here's the deal, man. I'm willing to talk about this with a couple caveats. One being, I'm an idiot and I don't know, what I'm talking about. I'm not going to give any advice. I'm going to say things, and the things that I say might be way off. We should also note that it is currently Thursday, 10 minutes before the market closes. This video is going to be released on Sunday. So there's going to be a lot that happens between now and Sunday. So basically, anything that I say right now...
Should we record a short addendum on Saturday? Would that be impossible to...
I think that should be possible.
Quick. Yeah, we should
Possibly.
do that.
I'm going to be a little busy on Saturday, but...
We'll see what we can do. We can get it together.
See what we can do. But at the moment, it's Thursday. This comes out on Sunday. So anything that I say right now could be complete, could be totally wrong. But objectively, here's what's going on. GameStop, you guys know GameStop, right? It's a really big, it was, and it still is actually the biggest retail video game chain that there is, unless you count like Best Buy. Does that count? I don't think so. But like something that's like specifically for video games, and you think video games, is GameStop. Clearly, they've been having lots of problems for the past, bunch of years. What with the whole, hey, we're going to stay open during Corona, and oh, never mind, we're going to close during Corona, or hey, digital isn't the way of the future, guys. You keep loving us, Well, we all know about GameStop. So their stock, their 5-year high was in April of 2016. The stock was selling at $33, and then that just sort of shrunk like crazy, right? January of last year, it was about $4 or something, which is funny because in July of the personal story, in July of last year, I had 2 free shares of GameStop that were valued at $4.36 each. And I decided, I don't really like this. I'm going to sell this garbage stock and invest in something else. So I sold both of my free GameStop stocks that were worth $4.36 each. I made less than $10 off of that. And you know what? Now I feel like that one guy who spent a Bitcoin to buy a pizza that would have been worth way more than that. All right. But now GameStop's stock price is not $4.36. It actually rose. Let's see. Today is Thursday. Its peak was right when the markets opened, and it peaked at $468.89.
Good Lord.
At the start of today. Okay. So is this because, everybody loves GameStop all of a sudden, and we're like, hey, you know what? We really want to support this company. We like the stock. Of course. So we're all going to diamond hands it. Situation is, no, it has absolutely nothing to do with how great of a store GameStop is, or really what, it's not worth $400. I'll say that objectively. GameStop is not worth the price that it's at right now.
The entire company, not even one stock, the entire company isn't worth $400.
That's exactly, this is what I'm saying. So, okay, again, I'm just speaking here, guys. Like I'm not a financial dude. Okay. I'm just some, well, I guess I'm technically a lawyer, but I have nothing to do. I don't know anything. Okay. I don't know anything related to this aside from the fact that I've been following Wall Street bets. From what I understand is there's a couple of short sellers, the biggest one being Melvin Capital, who basically said, I guess they bet that by Friday, by tomorrow, the GameStop's stock price will be below $60. And a bunch of people on Wall Street bet said, I bet. And they're trying to keep the price above $60. And the theory is, if it closes at the end of the day at above 60, essentially there will be an infinity squeeze. The stock price will shoot up to the moon, to the sun, to Jupiter, to Pluto, to Andromeda. It's just going to go, 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 go. That's the theory anyway. Right now, GameStop's price has fallen to $237. Again, the people who are listening to this have already probably figured out what happened. I don't know what's going to happen. Honestly, but there's a fight between the lay people at Wall Street Bets and the people at the hedge fund people. Everybody's blaming each other for what's happening with this price. Robinhood, for example, which is a brokerage that many people use, especially younger people who are new to trading. They, as well as Webull, and I'm pretty sure TD Ameritrade, and whatever they use in a couple other countries, they have actually restricted your ability to buy GameStop stock today, Thursday, which caused the stock price to plummet because people were panic selling. And there's so many factors that go into this. It's impossible for me to list all of them. And, a lot of people listening to this will know more than I do. But essentially what's happening is the price is being artificially inflated by a mix of people on Wall Street Bets and hedge fund investors, and media, and the fact that a bunch of brokerages are limiting your ability to buy GameStop. And GameStop's not the only thing that's being limited, actually. Naked Brand, Nokia, Bed Bath & Beyond, BlackBerry, AMC. There's probably some others that I can't think of right now. Have all, I guess, essentially they're essentially meme stocks. Okay, those have been restricted or just completely banned from a lot of these platforms because the markets are scared of this stock manipulation that's going on here. Lots of people are buying into GameStop because of the feeling that by doing so, they are screwing over these hedge funds, which is like, whoa, Robinhood, that's, yeah, cool. You bring the money to the little guy, and then other hedge fund people are like, well, no, this is not cool. This is a targeted attack. This isn't cool. Russia's involved. That's what. No, Kramer from Mad Money. He's implying there's some Russian shenanigans going on.
The only Kramer I listen to is from Seinfeld.
Exactly, Seinfeld.
Yeah,
Seinfeld
he's a real gamer.
Kramer. He's a real. Yeah, he sure.
He is
sure
the greatest gamer of all of us. Honestly.
Yeah, he sure was a real gamer. I forgot about that. Yikes.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, the idea is, hey, GameStop's gonna hit $1,000. That's not a meme. By end of the week, GameStop's gonna hit $1,000. Let's see. Okay, we have 2 more minutes left. The price is now $205 and shrinking. Okay, cool. I lost a lot of money on GameStop, guys. So we don't have to talk about how much I lost, but yikes.
I just want to clarify one thing to all of our GBAtemp members listening to this. We're not giving out any financial advice. And please, before investing in anything, ask permission from your parents. Thank you.
Yeah, exactly. You have to, have your parents' permission before you do anything. See, my plan was, if I made a lot of money off of this GameStop thing, is I would buy like a Tesla Cybertruck because of the fact that Elon Musk actually tweeted, GameStalk, and that temporarily made the price go up. And I was like, all right, I'm going to buy a Cybertruck as soon as I'm, old enough to drive. But alas, I'm only 12.
Old enough to be a lawyer, not old enough to drive.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Oh God. Okay, let's see. GameStop stock. Oh man, I'm losing so much money. It's under 200 right now.
Oh no.
So,
well, it's falling because you can't buy it on the major brokerage.
Yeah, you can't buy it.
Things you can only sell, so it's obviously going down.
Exactly, and there's, this could be fake news, but some people are posting. Actually, it's probably not even worth talking about because I don't think it's true. But some people are posting that Robinhood is actually forcing people to sell GameStop stock. I don't know if that's true, and I'm pretty sure it's not because that sounds hella illegal. But they're definitely not letting you buy it, which is
that illegal?
I wouldn't say it's the only reason, but it's a significant reason for why. Okay, the market's just closed, and it closed at 197.45.
Wow.
So whereas let's see, yesterday it closed at 347.23. So it has fallen significantly. But we'll see what happens on Friday, because apparently this is not the end. This is the starting point. Friday is when it will that's when game time starts. We'll see what happens when all of the shorts, not all of the shorts, a lot of the shorts will expire badly or positively. I don't know. Maybe the stock will fall to under $60 and then, whew, yikes.
So does it need to be above or below 60 at open or close of market?
See, I believe it's at close, but I might be totally wrong. If it's at open, then I think we're already safe because
then they did it. Yeah.
Yeah, because right now after hours it's gone up to 206. So
okay.
Wait, how does that work? How can you only sell it but you can't buy it? Then how are you gonna make money? Who's gonna buy if you can't buy? How does that work?
The hedge funds can, and it's not just that. It's no,
because they're not using
saying.
a service like Robinhood or something.
Wow.
Yeah, and people who use like big boy brokerages, like I said it. So TD Ameritrade, I know that they sort of limited your ability to do it, But I don't think they got rid of your ability to buy. E-Trade is the same situation. But Robinhood, which is the biggest one, it's the one that everybody's using. And there wasn't enough time for it, like today when Robinhood restricted it, there wasn't enough time for, people to open up a whole new brokerage account and then link up their mom's credit card to it and, start doing all of that because, they have to look up their social security number because they don't have it memorized. And so I have my opinions on it. And my opinion is generally, and again, no financial advice. I think that we've already said that 5 times. Don't listen to me. I'm just some fucking dude. I don't think that the people on Wall Street Bets, the subreddit, are doing anything wrong. I think that, I don't think that this is coordinated Russian attack, but if it is, sorry, I'm part of it. All I have to say is I like the stock, but I don't like that it's gone down, and it's hurting my feelings. But I'm not selling, but I'm not buying. I can't buy the dip. I'm not allowed to buy the dip.
So to reiterate what Eric is saying, sell your house, sell your car, all your life savings, put it into GameStop, find the stock somehow. Is that what you're saying, Eric? Because I'm doing that right now. I asked my parents' permission, but
Well, if you got your parents' permission, do what you want. Yeah. No, don't do that. Or do. I don't know. Do what you want. Do what you want. If you want to throw it all in, throw it all in.
Haven't they also said, hasn't someone from the Biden administration say that they're looking into this GameStop situation?
Yes.
They don't even
it's
know.
It's AOC.
No, the Biden administration, his speaker or press secretary, they said that they're looking into it. And I'm like, well, yeah, duh. Maybe so am I. Maybe Joe Biden bought stock in it, and that's why he's looking into it. I'm taking off work to stare at this thing all day. So, yeah, of course he's.
Back in my day, you had to go to a store to buy a game. Then you buy the game, and then you stop. You stop at the store to buy the game. Then you go back, and you play the game. You put the disc in the Nintendo on the 64. I am so sorry for that terrible Joe Biden impersonation. I'm working on it.
Oh, I thought Joe Biden was actually here in the studio.
See, when I saw that headline, I thought Joe Biden was looking into whether or not it was worth trading in his copy of NBA 2K19 for, $4.
$4.
Oh, yeah.
I bought this game when it was $70. Just a year ago, 2019, it says right there on the package. But now they want me $4. Just like their stock price a week ago.
My favorite part about this whole thing is the fact that we're recording before the big day even happens, and then they're gonna listen to it after the big day happens. So I don't know. It's gonna be fun seeing how this goes. Anyway, I guess it's about time that we GameStop this podcast. I'm just watching my tendies fall right now, and it hurts. I don't know.
Just like the hair on my legs when I go in the pool. It's just like the GameStop stock. Goes up, but then it goes down. Goes up again, but then it goes down.
And then it dips.
Mr. Biden, can you please leave the studio?
Yeah. Let's see if I could do this. All right. Well, I'm going to GameStop this podcast right now. I will see you guys later. I'm going to have some blackberry lemonade to drink on my Bed Bath & Beyond no Kiap naked brands. Okay, bye.
That's the last one.
We did it. We did naked bye. Woo! Oh, okay, love you guys. I'm fading away. The music's playing. Woo!
Alan John, stop waving. Come on. Get together. You've been doing this for a while.